Hello, it's Rachael. I'm the Principal Psychologist and Clinical Director of the Therapy Spot on Palm Beach on the beautiful Gold Coast. I've had another wonderful day today. I got to see some of my older patients that I've had for a long time, working to help them enrich their lives. I also got to meet some new people today to help them get well, people who have been suffering for quite some time. And I always think, it's so incredibly brave to walk in the door and decide that you're going to come in and talk to someone that perhaps you haven't met before and tell them the things that are bugging you and be open to learning new stuff and changing your life. So thank you very much for being brave today and having great courage to come and see a psychologist and start changing your life. So with one of my other patients that I saw today, we were talking about how to handle the busyness of her life. She actually has a job that is highly stressful, where she's in demand most of the time. There are people almost knocking down her door because they want her attention now, and she gets quite wound up and frantic and rushes what she's doing. Her mind gets really busy and she has been developing anxiety that's no great surprise, hey? So one of the things that we were talking about today, amongst a lot of other things, was practicing the pause. So practicing the pause can seem like a really hard thing to do when you're really busy. And when you're overwhelmed with stuff, you can almost say to yourself, I don't have time to do that. The practice of practicing the pause is that before we act, we stop and you pause. You take a second or two, and the other thing that I tell my people to do is to take a breath. So you got someone knocking on your door, pause, take a breath, and then you say, come in. You've got somebody rushing around and you can hear them in the other room and you've got to go and get them. You pause, take a breath, gather yourself, and then you go out. So when in doubt, you pause. When you're angry, pause. How many times could you have saved yourself a fight by stopping for a moment, taking a breath, and thinking, what do I want to say? Because when we don't think, that's when all those, particularly family torments and arguments can happen, when we don't stop and pause. Pausing can literally change your life. When you're tired, pause. Take that breath, recenter. Get yourself where you need to be. When you're stressed, pause. Take a breath, recenter. Think, what do I need to do? Sometimes you need to go home. So that's the practice of practicing the pause. It's a very simple practice, but it's often a very difficult practice to implement in your life. Even though it takes a couple of seconds, when you're overwhelmed, you've got to work out a way to do it. So you've got to consciously think to do it and do it. So I wish you all well practicing the pause this week. As always, we are here to help whenever you're ready. So it's Rachael O'Connor on the spot at the Therapy Spot. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon. Catch you next time.